Hello, everyone. We're live. Welcome to our demo and swag series. I'm gonna give it 2 more minutes for other people to join, and we'll get started shortly. Okay, let's get started. Good afternoon to everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Super excited about this topic specifically, but really about talking to Andrew, who's our guest today. Um, and I'll tell you more about him in a second. Andrew's the CEO and co-founder of NoonBrew, uh, a tea. If you don't know about it, it's an amazing tea that provides and helps with energy, focus, digestion, sleep. It's 100% plant-based, which we really love and helps with everything that we do. And you would find it amazing to know that Andrew started his journey as an account executive in the SaaS world before becoming a super successful entrepreneur. And I believe, Andrew, that you grew your business super fast and have over 50,000 customers, if I'm not wrong. Welcome and hello.
Hey, thank you. Yeah, we've launched a year and a half ago, and are working with a lot of different companies. But yeah, we have around 70,000 customers so far. So it's been quite the journey.
Great. The number keeps growing. So I think that, NoonBrew and our topic, mental health, go really in sync as we talk about how it relates to not only us as humans, but also how companies can promote and support mental health. So let's check a little bit and start chatting about it. It's no secret for anyone that appreciation efforts, the recognition, just makes every employee less likely to feel burnout, but also more efficient, happier, and just feeling more supported overall. This is something that, it's we as employers and as managers try our best to do every day. We're humans, right? And so talking about mental health is just part of it, and recognizing that we have different needs at different times, especially in a remote world where we went from being in person, being highly sociable or connected with people, to kind of being isolated. So it's very important, and I think it's at SwagUp. We work really hard to try to stay connected. Healthy employees, healthy workplace, and that's something that we should all think about. There's many ways that we can promote this in the workplace. So we're hearing from our customers. We can go to the next slide. So some trends, and Andrew, I would like to hear from your side on your customers, right? We have a ton of human resources and people and sales customers where we're seeing that by bringing flexibility and, as we just talked, recognition into the workplace, all of this is something that everyone, or at least our customers, are focused on. Curious to hear from your side, how does that you know how is that tackled in terms of customers on your side?
Yeah, so I mean, especially with healthy habits, I think that what we're finding is that sleep and energy are really connected to mental health. So if someone doesn't sleep well at night, they're not going to be able to show up at 100% in the workplace. And sleep, not being able to sleep well, is highly, highly correlated with anxiety and depression. And a lot of people, a lot of employees have insomnia or they have a sleeping disorder. It's very common. It's, a third of adults experience a sleeping disorder at one point within their lives, and women are 40% more likely to experience insomnia. So being able to make sure your employees have healthy habits and making sure that your employees are sleeping well, are getting the proper type of energy fix throughout the day is really, really important. I mean, I started NoonBrew because I would always get tired in the afternoons, and I'd
Mm-hmm.
feel like really, really anxious when I would feel tired, and I would drink more coffee, and then I'd feel even more anxious, and it became this like cycle where I would drink a ton of caffeine in the afternoons, and then I couldn't sleep well at night.
Yeah.
So it was awful, and that's why we started NoonBrew, where it's like NoonBrew has 19 different superfoods that not only help with your energy and focus with a low caffeinated blend, but also helps you sleep better at night. So you wake up refreshed and you wake up ready to take on the day versus waking up feeling hungover, which a lot of people feel.
Totally. And we can go to the next slide. And when I know the Noon Brew is fairly new, is is there any correlation between COVID or after COVID, when we're seeing that, talking about the remote world, how that influences specifically in sleep, or when you were mentioning um, drinking coffee at the end of the day because you usually wind down after waking up early and having your routine early in the morning. Do you think it's tied to that ability to say, okay, it's 6 p.m. or 5 p.m. and I'm just gonna unplug and go and do other things? Have you seen, and has the pandemic influenced Noon Brew at all?
Yeah, yeah, no, I mean, it's been a huge thing for remote workers. Just because, when someone's in the office, they normally are drinking a lot of different coffee that the company provides them within the kitchen. But outside of work, people are looking for different alternatives. And we have a ton of remote workers that drink Noon Brew. We have a ton of companies that will buy Noon Brew and also Moon Brew. So Moon Brew is our nighttime tea that helps you sleep better, and specifically for insomnia and sleeping disorders. But we have a lot of companies that buy through SwagUp and other means to help their employees with an alternative. And I think that shows the appreciation, as well as like really wanting to make sure that their employees are healthy. But I mean, we've seen a spike with remote workers and also anxiety because they aren't seeing their coworkers in the office. They're not really getting that face time with their managers or with other employees. So also, the appreciation of making sure that your employees have really good mental health and also are able to function at 100% is a big one.
Hmm. And at Noon Brew, how do you use Noon Brew? And talking about how organizations, you know, have different efforts and initiatives to prevent or just um, collaborate together to enforce and to ensure mental health? How does NoonBrew use NoonBrew, and what can you tell us about the culture at the company?
Yeah, I mean, at the company, since we're all about sleep and energy, we're constantly talking about, how do you sleep last night? How are you feeling
Mhm.
today? And within my one-on-ones with my employees, I always ask that, like, what are your thoughts about working here? But also, like, how are you just feeling outside of work? I think that that's like a big thing that employers could ask. Like, a
Yeah.
lot of times, what I found with my previous company, and I was, account executive, it was all about how I was doing within work, but it wasn't so much about how am I doing outside of work. And I think that the outside of work is a really good type of question to pose because someone can be doing great inside of work, but their entire life outside of work can be in shambles. And, they might be moving apartments and that's really stressful, or they're, going through a breakup or whatever it might be. And obviously you don't want to get too personal within it. But I do think that, like, at least from my employees in particular, I'm asking about how they're doing outside of work. How's their mental health? How are they sleeping? How are their energy levels throughout the day? Like, are they like aligned with their goals, everything of that sort, because I want to get like a really good temperature check in all different aspects of their life.
Yeah, totally. Love hearing that. I think that, listening is something that we take for granted, and it's something that we're terrible at as humans, in my opinion. But really understanding what's going on in the world of our employees, as you said, not getting too personal, but building that peer to peer relationship, or manager to employee, and having open and honest conversations, creating safe environments where employees feel seen and employees feel heard is a game changer, right? So one of the things that we do by being remote is we offer unlimited paid time off, and we really encourage our employees to take that benefit. So taking a break within the teams, organizing or coordinating, you know, one Friday a month, like just unplugging and recharging will, give you balance and will overall make you feel better, right? um, I think that within the world of corporations, we all try to offer benefits that are comprehensive, or that include taking care of your mental health, like, different options for therapy, or exercise, and bringing that into your world, also like supporting those moments during the day is helpful. I think that's one of the ways that we really ensure that mental health in a remote world stays in balance. So being flexible about your time, and you might take a yoga class at 8 9 a.m., but you know that you'll work later. So the micromanaging goes away, with a huge effort from managers on becoming, mm, let's say that where trust is just fundamental. I think it helps everyone a ton, and setting boundaries, right? I think what you said about, I talk to my employees on one-on-ones, how are you feeling outside of work, making sure that, which is very hard. I think that's one of the things that has really hurt the remote world, is not being able to set boundaries both internally and externally, like with your employer, but also with your family or whoever you live with, right? Because there's time for your work, and things are happening at home. You have dogs, cats, kids, a ton of things. So setting boundaries is definitely, really important. Is there something specific on your end that you promote, and within the organization, to really ensure that not only those one-on-ones happen, but the people are feeling well?
Yeah, I mean, I think that like just not missing one-on-ones is really important. a lot of times with my managers in the past, they would not see it as like something that was mandatory. I was like, oh, I got a call that came up. I gotta
Mm-hmm.
push this to next week. So it's really easy to push one-on-ones and to be like, all right, well, this is not like the most important thing, but it's actually one of the most important things, I think, because it shows that you're, like you mentioned, shows that you're listening, shows that you're thoughtful as to like not only how they're feeling now, but what their career development is. And when you do ask questions that are outside of just the work context, um, I think that's even better. I think
Mm-hmm.
that you're forming like a really good, strong relationship where people actually think that you care about them versus you care about how they're like performing within work. And I think that that's like a big differentiator. So, we always try and do one-on-ones. If the employees are in the office, we'll do like a walking one-on-one, which is really nice because then you can get
Mm-hmm.
your guard down as well. So it's not really within an office setting, but just having good questions that you prepare beforehand as to, what you're thinking about um, is really important. And also thinking through like, what is the career development within this and how can I make like a really good, clear path? Because everyone, you go onto LinkedIn and you see it's like everyone sees their friends getting laid off. Everyone is worried about job security. So how do you also address that as well, where you're able to reassure them that their job is fine or the company is fine, or because that can inhibit a lot of stress and anxiety where I have tons of friends that are employees that are just like, I don't know if I'm going to have a job next week.
Yeah.
Like my company is talking about layoffs. Everyone's going into different conference rooms asking if they're going to get laid off. I don't know if I'm going to get this calendar invite next week that like, is unmarked. And I have no idea if that's going to be something where the entire company is having a reduction in force. Because if they see like Facebook having a layoff,
Mm-hmm.
they don't feel safe. That's one of like, the top companies within there. So yeah, I think that like just having a really good pulse on where your employees are, what their mental health is like is really, really crucial because if they feel secure within the workplace, they're also going to do a lot better work as well.
Totally, yeah, and I think that even though it's we're under uncertain times and it's hard to promise or talk about security, uh, one of the things that you mentioned is you can get some balance from you know what you consume, and it's not only what you consume in terms of food, but also what's out there, social media, what you pay attention to. And so yes, we're slammed with LinkedIn posts about I was laid off, 100 people were laid off, this company is doing a massive layoff. And so trying to filter those, not to avoid reality, but really to focus on the positive side, and try to think about your individual mental health, because if you're good, everyone around you is good. And as you can, as a mother, as a father, as a son, whatever it is, it's first, making sure and checking with yourself that you're good. So I really like that about, you are what you consume, and building healthy habits is around that too. So having a routine, and even things as simple as setting a workstation, whatever is comfortable for you. And sometimes the positive side of being remote is we can do meetings outside. Most of our one-on-ones, for example, with Michael, our founder, you'll find him, in his backyard, or even with Eleanor, who's just a few months old, and it's just bringing your reality into work, and ensuring that we're taking care of everything that surrounds us. I think that's one of the greatest. That's a positive side on being remote. Um, yep, I think we can go to the next slide. Great. So this is something that we love, of course, the swag packs. And to your or for your information and everyone who's attending right now to our demo series is gonna be trying superfood. Thanks to Andrew. Thank you, Andrew. Super exciting. So you'll get a little gratitude or thank you pack soon. And to everyone out there, we have customized packs that are targeting specific, days in the month or specific situations and events that are happening at your organization. So, for example, we have the Relax Pack, where of course you have the superfood iced tea. We even included a glass can, so you can make your iced tea there. I love the sweatpants. It's tie dye that matches, of course, with the coloring book, which is part of what we just said, building, healthy habits, disconnecting or unplugging and doing something that can give you a different perspective and just, try to relax and leave work for the day or even in the morning before coming to work. So you'll get a chance to meet Eladio later today, who's going through the demo, and you'll learn more about how to order this pack. And I believe we have another one that's the mental health pack. This one has coffee, and we always have both options, right? We have the tea option and the coffee option. There's a French press here, which is super cool. Puzzle kit. We all know what puzzles do to our mind. They are, they promote brain function, and they're just an amazing way to spend some time out of your daily routine. Eye mask. There's a ton of things that you can also add to the pack if you want to, but you will also be able to order this mental health pack, and we'll let you know how to do that in a second. Great. Well, I think we covered almost everything. Andrew, any final thoughts that you have for us?
No, I mean, I think that like the biggest thing is just like checking with your employees. So checking with your employees on not only in like how they're doing at work, but also how are they doing outside of work, and also asking them, how are their energy levels and how are they sleeping at night. A lot of our customers are older females, so females that you know they have really tough time with sleep. And it's like I would say 75% of our customers, which we didn't plan on, but it was just
Hmm.
like something that happened. So I would say like definitely make sure that you're checking in on all of your different employees. And I think that it's something that when you do ask those different types of questions, it's going to really make them feel seen. And I think that that's going to be a really big benefit.
Yeah, I have to admit that sleep was not. It's been in the mental health, of course, conversation, but I did not see it as a priority, right? And so when we talk about unplugging and when we talk about balance and creating healthy habits, we were we were led into a world where you're responding emails at 2 a.m. and you're working up to 11 p.m., which it works for some people, right? As long as you recover your sleep, which we all need. I think that we tend to underestimate the power of sleep in general and what those hours can really bring to us if we build them in or add them to our routine and help and just build healthy habits. So thank you for that, Andrew. Thank you for the tea that we're going to be sending to everyone. It was a pleasure getting to chat with you. I hope that we can talk about more interesting things soon, and thank you again. I'll leave you
Cool.
guys with Eladio.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Andrew. Thank you. Thank you. Hello, hello, all. Anyone on the West Coast, good morning. Of course, East Coast, good afternoon. Absolutely. I'm going to walk you through the platform so you can see the ins and outs of how that works. So I'm really excited to, take you through this whole process. I'll show you how to, create swag packs, bulk items, where we have our own design team where they'll be able to help create designs. It's pretty awesome, really seamless process. And what's really cool is our platform. Currently, there's no charge, so it's completely complimentary to use. But again, I'll take you through those steps on what that process looks like. But we can move to the next slide. Awesome. Now, our platform here, of course, just taking you through the basics on how this works. So as you can see here on the front-facing, screen here, your homepage, you can see where it says dashboard. This is where you're able to see and monitor your orders that you've previously purchased. So you can see where it says orders. If the order's been completed, you can check the estimated date of arrival of when it will be arriving to our warehouse. You can also track shipments as well. And then also here to the right-hand side, there's a quick overview of your proofs, or we call them mock-ups. But taking you through the beginning stages, if you click Start New Order, here's where you're able to, of course, build your own pack. There's individual bulk items for you. So if you have like a conference or, an employee offsite, if you want to just have some bulk swag, for that event, you can easily just go ahead and process those mockups. And also, if you need assistance with an expert like myself or any of our awesome account executives, they will be able to assist you with that. Now, we do also have preset packs where if you just need assistance and, probably just getting some ideas on how to create a pack, or just if you say, hey, you know what, I actually just don't want to create my own, but I just want to go with a pack that maybe SwagUp has created based on what we've, our clients' needs and what we've created previously. So quite a few items there to select or choose from. Now, if we go back, just taking you through the basics of creating a pack, you click Build Your Own Pack. Here, it'll take you to the packaging, section where you'll be able to select which type of, item you would like. So there's quite a few items here that you can choose from. So we have plain mailer boxes. If you're a bit more, cost conscious, if you want to, select plain mailer box and you maybe want to add a custom box label to that, you can actually, if you want to create those two instead of going the custom box route, you can absolutely do that. But we do have custom boxes available. You can see there's crinkle cut fill. If you are eco friendly or conscious, we do have those options available as well. If you can see here also on the left-hand side where it says different categories, you'll be able to select, what type of water bottles you may be interested in, travel tumblers. We also have apparel. If you see where it says tops, outerwear, there's a whole bunch of stuff here as well. We also offer techie items as well. And then also bonus items. So really cool, fun items, stickers. You'll be able to find, coffee, tea. There's, lanyards. There's playing cards. There's also a rainbow flag, margarita mixers. There's a lot there to choose from. Now, when you're selecting or you've created a pack, what you'll do is you'll go into your orders tab. Now, your orders tab, this is where you'll be able to see those items that you've submitted for mockups. So for example, once we get here to load. Now, for the first, if I decide, so as you can see here, you can submit as many mockups as you like for our design team to create those mockups for you. But if we click on the first one, if we click View Request, and we'll pick the first pack, Review Your Mockups. Now, this is where you're able to see the items that you've submitted or you've created within that pack. So there's the silo bottle that's shown here. We have the oval buttons, which is pretty awesome. There's also the kitchen apron, which I absolutely love. and quite a few items that you can see here. Now, if I take you back to the silo bottle right up front, right up top, if I select that, and you can actually click on the silo bottle if you like to see the design, if you want to zoom in to see exactly what it will look like, you can easily do that. So kind of play around to see exactly, again, what that may look like. But if you, over here to the right-hand side, if you click where it says type your request here, so if you decide to say, hey, we need to make the logos a bit smaller, or is it possible to make it larger, you can actually type that in here with a chat function and say, make logo smaller. And then from there, you'll be able to submit that design where it says approve, but you'll be able to click submit. And our design team will actually receive that, make any adjustments for you as needed, and have it ready and available to your platform within 24 hours. Now, a really cool feature that I want to add is if you click the little add button here where the chat function is. So say, for example, if you have a specific logo just for the silo bottle, you can actually upload your logo there or design. And then you can choose the imprint type method, which is super important there. Add any additional information as well to the item. If you want to, make location here or at this, etc., you'll click continue, and then you'll be able to go ahead and submit that change. Now, your inventory tab, just taking you to there. This is where you're able to see, your live inventory, what's available, what needs to be reordered. But as you can see here, there's bulk items available. There's packs that have been created. So you can see there's a reorder button there, super simple. Now, if I take you into the redeem page, this is one of my favorites. I have quite a few clients who are in the process of creating these and who have. So a redeem page is really simple. It's a quick landing page in which you're able to create this page where you can send the link to your employees if you want to select auto ship. This is where you're able to send that link, have your employee fill out that information, or client, whomever. They'll submit that their information within the type form and have that pack automatically sent direct to them without you really having to do any work. But just to show you what that looks like, if we go ahead back and we'll click on the mental awareness pack or the redeem page, if we click edit page, this is where you're able to create that redeem page yourself. So you can see there's the name, the title, there's the logo that's there. Really easy to create this as well. There's only 6 steps. So if you go ahead and click continue, you can change the theme if you want to customize to different colors. There you can change to a dark theme or a light theme, whichever you prefer. If you click continue there, this is where you're able to add additional information. Let's break the stigma, or hey, congratulations, employee, etc. You are able to upload an additional logo as well. And then from here, you can click continue. And then also, this is where you're able to select which products you want to include. If you want to include that pack or that bulk item, you can definitely do that. And if you click continue there, this is where you're able to add in your confirmation page. Really, thanks for joining. It's really awesome having you, etc. And what's pretty cool is I like to always add is the image of product. If you like your recipients to see the pack that they may be getting or the item, you can enable and disable that. If you want to keep it a bit of a secret, you can absolutely do that. If you want to go back to the beginning of the redeem page, I want to show what the employees or clients may see on what they will see on their end. So if we go back one more time. Now, if we click visit, this is exactly what they will see on their end. So it's really clean. It's going to have your logos, designs, as you can see it here. If you click start here, it's just going to take them right to the, tell them about yourself, their first name, last name. Of course, if you click continue, should ask for their address or their apparel size, if you happen to include apparel, which is super important. But just taking you to see exactly what they will see on their end. Now, if we jump back into the redeem page, or back into the platform. We have integrations, which is a new tab, which we just, I believe we're launching officially. We just launched officially. So this is really, if you have like, let's say, for example, Bamboo HR or any other type of, HR platform, and you want to integrate that with SwagUp, you absolutely can. That'll help, import all the employees' information or whomever information over to our platform. That way, you can easily collect the employee's information, just have it uploaded here. Really simple, really easy. As I mentioned earlier throughout the call, there is, of course, our platform is completely complimentary. Go ahead and submit as many mockups as you'd like. There's no charge there. Now, if you ever get stuck on anything, of course, you have myself. And again, we have quite a few other account executives who are more than welcome to assist and help you, get through this process. Any projects that you have coming up, we're more than welcome to assist and help in creating that for you. I know that was a lot of me talking, a quick, high-level overview of our platform. So I appreciate you, of course, taking the time to listen to me speak. Definitely, if you get a chance to visit our platform, take a look at the preset packs that we offer. We have quite a few, awesome packs to choose from. Take a look at our catalog for our spring collection. Summer's just around the corner, so we have quite a few new products that are coming up. But I'm excited to hopefully potentially see you all, as our SwagUp customer. And Carolina, I believe it's...
Right. That's it. Thank you, Eladio, so much. Yes, and the summer pack is really cool for those of you who want to check it. It's always entirely dedicated to the sun and everything that gives you that energy. Thank you, everyone, for coming. Again, feel free to reach out to any of us if you have questions. We'll be more than happy to guide you. Thank you to Andrew, and we'll see you at the next demo series. Bye, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.